So we're going to transition to our Flaschkarten class set of vocabulary flashcards. Instead of me asking my students to make 10 or 15 flashcards on your own with all this vocab, we're going to do a team effort, and we're each going to make, let's say, 2 vocabulary cards. All right, so between the classes, and then we're going to come up with a class set of vocabulary flashcards that we'll use for practice and to play games with. All right, so now we're going to have a demonstration on how to make those vocabulary flashcards in Google Slides. So slide deck. So we're going to use this chart, and you have that chart. You can open that chart from the assignment right here. It says Tageszeiten SVTO Doc. All right, so you're going to reference from that to create your vocabulary flashcards. And you're not making full sentences on these flashcards. So let me demonstrate here. You're going to open a new tab. Click on your waffle, and then click on slides.
I had waffles on Sunday.
So we're going, that sounds delicious. So we're going to slides. You're going to create a new blank slide deck. And you're going to title it with the vocabulary that you want to do. All right, so
Video spiel.
Yes, that means that you're going to have to look at the chart, and we don't want to do doubles. So, Michael, you want to do Video Spiele?
Yeah.
All right, what's one you want to do, Tanner?
I'll do. Are you picking a verb? Or...
No, sorry. Yep, good question. Just from the objects.
All right. I'll pick. Ein Instrument.
Wunderbar. Ein Instrument, Caleb? YouTube, wunderbar. Wait a minute. No, wait. We don't need YouTube. We all know what YouTube is. We need to do flashcards for Germans. So, Sorry, I should have explained that. So Netflix and YouTube are out.
What is wrong? Actually, okay, so do Wald.
Im Wald, gut. Im Wald is in the woods or in the forest. Im Wald. Michael, one more.
Einen Sport.
Ein Sport. Gut.
Wait, do I put that on like the same like title slide?
You're gonna name your document that.
Oh.
And then right up here where you title it. So for example, you chose Video Spiele. And then Tanner, what's another one you would like to do? And einen Sport. So that's what you would title yours. Tanner?
Einen Film.
Einen Film, gut. So Tanner, you would name yours Ein Instrument und einen Film, and then Caleb, your second one.
Frühstück.
Frühstück, good. So you would name yours Im Wald and Frühstück.
How do you do that?
Whoops. It's different with the math. The easiest way with your Chromebooks is to turn it into a tablet.
Oh, yeah, like an international keyboard?
Use the touchscreen keyboard and then touch the letter that you want to make.
Press and hold it.
Yeah, and it'll give you the option to put the 2 dots above it.
Do I put like the same thing in the title too, like video spiel and?
No, good question. So we're gonna go over how I want you to make this flashcard. So the first thing you're gonna do is click File, go down to Page Setup, and click on that. And we're gonna customize the size of our slide deck, the dimensions. Custom. And then we're gonna do 8 by 13 because it's gonna be the size of a sheet of paper so we can print them out to use them as flashcards. So File, Page Setup, Custom, and then 8 by 13.
Mine looks like that.
Next thing you're going to do is click on Layout underneath of Add-ons, scroll down, and then click the blank one so that we can take away the text boxes. All right, so now we have the flashcard, our frame, and we're gonna start by, this is one. So actually, to make this easier, go ahead and the left side, click on it, and then click Control Copy, and then Control V, so you can just right away make two of them.
Wait, I can't get rid of the subtitle one.
That doesn't really matter. Well,
Oh wait.
if you go to Layout,
No, wait. Wait, no.
it doesn't really matter because you can
There we
use
go.
that
There we go.
anyway. All right, so the first thing we're going to do after that is put a text box. You're going to make it real, very large font. There we go. Make it 90. Well, actually, it's going to depend on how big your word is. I'm going to start with 72. So I'm going to do the example for Abendessen. Depending on how big your word is. Now, also, you can stagger them. They don't have to be in a row. All right. So you could have the article, or if there's two parts to your word, you could have them staggered so that they can, so you can still have it large. Because you know the numbers I did 0 to 11, how small they are. I would rather have them be the size of 13 to 20, which is a pretty large font. That's like the 72 or the 96. Yeah, is that 72 or 96?
No, I put 70.
You can actually make that 96. I think that'll fit across the screen as 96. So the text box you can move around. You don't have to keep it exactly where you created it first, because you're going to start putting pictures in, and then depending on where you put your pictures, you might want to shift around your text box, your vocabulary word. So then you're going to go to Insert Image, Search Web, and then we're going to start to look for pictures of your object. And this is where you're going to get ideas. So I'm going to start with Abendessen. I'm not going to write it in German, though. I'm going to write it in English. So I'm going to start with dinner. All right, and I have pictures here. So I can see if there's one I like. All right. The other thing I can do, I want to get so we're not just doing one picture. We're going to do 3 or 4 pictures, because your brain's going to make connections with the images and the vocabulary word even stronger if we have different pictures to look at that represent that vocabulary, not just one picture. So I'm going to choose one picture that I like.
Oh.
Oh, that looks good. Although that might be that could be confused with lunch. I want to make sure that it definitely looks like dinner. All right, there's a nice looking chicken. Yeah.
Dude, it's only PlayStation controllers.
So I'm going to make it a little smaller. Just move it around a little bit. Then I'm going to look for one that says clip art. So dinner clip art. And that way I know it's going to be a cartoon or animated. And then I'm going to find, so I'm going to put this in because this is represents a family that's eating dinner. Okay. Maybe I want this down here. This I'm going to put up here in the upper right corner. Then I'm going to move this. Okay. And I can shrink that a bit so I can fit a couple more pictures. You could look, you could look for pictures that have to do with, things that interest you, like, I don't know what your favorite cartoons are, or anime, or something that you enjoy. I'm going to look up funny dinner. See what comes up.
Wait, can I just put like any random picture?
Well, it has to do with your vocabulary word.
But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, how much pictures on one slide?
Well, I would say a minimum of 3,
Alright.
up to 5. 3 to 5.
Oh.
All right. See, and that's where I got an idea. Animals eating at a dinner table. That's kind of
Are
fun.
you on Minecraft chess? That's actually good. Actually, where did I reset?
I'm actually gonna stop here. And I have a white background. I'm gonna change that so it looks a little less monotone, a little less plain. And if you click on background underneath of the add-ons or Pear Deck, you can change the color of your background and get something a little, make it look a little nicer. I don't know about
Sweet.
gray. So you can mess around with the different colors until you find something you're happy with. I like that one. That's nice. And that's it. That took what? 3-4 minutes?
Like a techno band over here.
Yeah. Now, please look up front because the last part I want you to do, or no, not do right now. You need to finish your flashcard, but I need you to know how to do so that you have the document in your downloads and you can submit it when you're ready to. Is how to download it. So please look up front. Stop what you're doing. Look up front. So you're gonna click File, Download, and once they're both finished, both your slides, I want you to download it as a PDF, and then it should pull up both of your, it should pull up both of them. So both of your slides will be here. This is going to go to your downloads. That's what you're going to submit to the assignment in Schoology. All right, so right now we just have the lesson that we did, the group document, and the picture of the vocabulary list. But I'm going to add to that this assignment, this flashcard assignment, and so you're going to submit that flashcard to this assignment. Okay, that's number 3 on the activity board. Are there any questions? Keine Frage? Alright, dann sind wir heute fertig und ihr könntet losgehen. Schönes Wochenende. Have a great weekend.
Yes, I finished the first one. Look.